Game management is the process of administering a game in a general game playing setting. More properly, it should be called match management, as the issue is how to manage individual matches of games, not the games themselves. However, everyone seems to use the phrase game management, so we're stuck with it. In this segment, we're going to start with an overview of the general game playing environment, illustrating the central role of a game manager. And then we'll discuss the general game playing protocol. Here's a diagram of a typical general game playing ecosystem. At the center of the ecosystem is the game manager. The game manager maintains a database of game descriptions, maintains some temporary state for matches while they're running, and maintains a database of match results. The game manager communicates with game players using the Internet's TCP/IP protocol. And it also provides a user interface for users who want to schedule matches, and it provides graphics for spectators who want to watch matches while they're running. The process of running a match goes as follows. Upon receiving a request to run a match, the game manager first sends a start message to each player to initiate the match. Shortly thereafter, gameplay begins, and it sends play messages to each player to obtain their moves and simulates the results. This part of the process then repeats until the game is over, and the manager then sends stop messages to each player. The start message lists the name of the match, the role the player is to assume, for example, white or black in chess, a formal description of the associated game, written in GDL, and the start clock and play clock associated with the match. Start clock determines how much time remains before play begins. The play clock determines how much time each player has to make each move once play begins. Upon receiving a start message, each player sets up its data structures and does whatever analysis it deems desirable in the time available. It then replies to the game manager that it's ready to play. Having sent the start message, the game player waits for the replies from the players, and once it has received his replies, or once the start clock is exhausted, it commences play. On each step, the game manager sends a play message to each player. The message includes information about the actions of all players on the preceding step. On the first step, the argument is null because there are no preceding actions. When receiving a play message, players spend their time trying to decide their moves. They must reply within the amount of time specified by the match's play clock. The game manager waits for replies from the players. If a player does not respond before the play clock is exhausted, the game manager selects an arbitrary legal move. In any case, once all the players reply or the play clock is exhausted, the game manager takes the specified moves or the legal moves it has determined for the players and determines the next game state. Then evaluates the termination condition to see if the game is over. If the game is not over, the game manager sends the moves of the players to all players, and this process then repeats. Once a game is determined to be over, the game manager sends a stop message to each player with information about the last moves made by all the players. The stop message allows players to clean up any data structures for the match, and the information provided about previous plays is supplied so that the players with learning components can profit from their experience. Having stopped all the players, the game manager then computes the rewards for each player, stores this information together with the play history in its database, and ceases operation.